So let's select the base piece here and we'll hide unselect it. Okay. And let's put these little support details in here, these little braces. Okay, and that's pretty simple. So let's go into the front view. We'll zoom in on the end here. Okay, let's go into the crate panel, grab a box, and let's just check, see where these are. Okay, they're pretty close to the outside edge. So let's just maybe start right here. Okay, we'll just drag out a box. Alright, let's do maybe something like that. Give it a little bit of height, so pretty much 12 by 12. Okay. Okay, and let's convert this to editable poly. Let's go into vertex, grab the front ones here, let's just move those up. Okay. Okay, we'll leave it like that, and rather than this bottom piece just ending in the side like that, let's put another piece like this on it. Okay, just so it adds a little bit more to it. So let's go into polygon, we'll grab these polygons here, and then deselect these ones. So we just have the back polygon selected, or the inside polygon. Okay, we'll extrude that out, and let's take this down. Okay, we'll do something like 2.5, and okay. Then we'll go into vertex, select these 8 vertices here, and we'll just pull this forward a bit. Okay, we'll leave it intersecting slightly, right? Just like that. Okay, and the width, that looks pretty good right there. So let's go into edge. We'll do Control A to select all the edges. Okay, and then we'll just deselect these ones here. We don't really need to chamfer those. Okay, we also really don't need to chamfer the back ones, so we'll hold Alt and just deselect these ones as well. Alright, so we just have the front ones selected. Okay, let's go in here. We'll deselect this one here at the top, and the same one at the bottom. Okay, so just these front loops with these edges selected. Okay, let's just chamfer that down a bit. Let's do maybe 0.1 and OK. And let's also go into isolation mode, Alt Q, go into polygon, turn on ignore back facing. We'll just select the top polygons and the back polygon. Alright, we can just delete those. We don't need them. Okay, so we'll turn off polygon. We'll center the pivot point on this. Okay, and we'll just name this main base support or something. Okay, let's change the color to black and put our shader on there. Okay, now we'll exit isolation mode. Okay, just like that. Let's go into the top view here. Okay, and you can see we got 2 in the center as well as 1 at each end. Okay, so let's move this up here. Okay, we'll just leave that in a bit from the outside edge. Okay, so just like that. Now let's hold shift and we'll drag a copy to the other end. Okay, we'll just try to position it about the same spacing. Okay. Alright. Okay, and let's just turn our grids on with G, and we'll do another clone. Okay, and let's put that maybe right here. And okay, so I'm just going to do 4 grid spaces on this side of center, and then we'll do another clone 4 grid spaces on the other side of center. Okay, just so we know those are pretty much even. Okay, just like that. Okay, so let's select all 4 of these pieces here, and then we'll group them, and we'll just call that base support. And okay, turn off our grids here too. And now I'm going to go into the hierarchy tab, hit effect pivot only, and then we'll right click the move tool and 0 out X and Y. Close that, and we'll turn the button off. Okay, then we'll do a mirror, and we'll do a copy on the X to get them over here. And okay, then we'll just select both of our groups. Go to rotate, we'll turn on our angle snaps again, and I'm just going to hold shift and rotate these around 90 degrees. and OK. Alright, so that'll take care of all 4 sides for us. Just like that. Okay, I think that looks about right. So let's right click and unhide all again. Right. And I think that'll take care of most of the base details for now. Okay, so I think we should start adding some of the detail into the bottom of the barrel up here. Okay, and I think we'll start with this weird piece on the side that kind of wraps around the bottom here. Okay, and we'll probably have to modify this slightly for ours because we changed the barrel a little bit from what it is in the reference here. Okay, so our grill won't stick out quite as far as it does here. Okay, so we'll probably have to taper the top of this piece in. Okay, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. So let's go into the front view. Okay, and let's just select all the pieces for the barrel. Okay, and I'll deselect the leg group here on the right. And let's keep this cylinder on the left side here, select it. Just so we have an idea of where the back of the leg actually is. Okay, and it pretty much is in line with the back of that cylinder. Okay, so we'll select those parts and we'll right click and hide unselect it. Okay. Right. So let's go into the right view here. I'm just going to hit Z to center my grids. Okay, we'll zoom in on this and let's start with the box. Okay, and you can see this pretty much starts at the bottom of our grill and comes down to almost the bottom of this underneath piece here. Okay, so we'll drag this out maybe from here. Okay, and we'll bring that down almost to the bottom. Maybe something like that. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of height. Okay, so let's do maybe 55 on the length, 30 on the width, and we'll just do 10 or something for the height for now. Okay, and we'll leave it at 1 by 1 each direction. Alright, and in the front view, let's just move this over. Okay, so it's sitting on the side. Okay, we'll see what this looks like. And yeah, you can see that our grill is quite a bit inset from the outside edge. Okay. Alright. And I don't know if I'm going to worry about adjusting the grill to bring it out anymore. We'll see how much time we have before we worry about doing that, so let's just model this as it is right now. Okay, so let's go into the front view. We'll convert this to editable poly. Let's just go into vertex, grab the right side verts. Let's just pull that right in for now. Okay, just like that. Alright, we'll go into edge. Let's grab this edge here on the bottom front. Okay, and let's do a chamfer on that. We'll go pretty high on this. Okay, let's take that up. Let's do maybe 20 or so. Okay, just to get the angle in there that we need. Alright. And I think we'll put this little flashing piece here with the bolts on out of a separate piece later on. And let's see, you can see that we got kind of a taper in at the top here. It kind of rolls over, it gets thinner. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go into the left view or the right view. We'll select these two edges here. Let's do a connect. Okay, we'll just do one segment and OK. And in the front view, let's go to vert. We'll just grab the two verts here and straighten this edge out. Right, something like that. Okay, and we could probably bring this edge loop down a bit. So let's do a loop on that edge there, and we'll just pull it down slightly. Okay. And let's do another connect here on these edges. Okay. So let's do another connect with one segment, no pinch or slide. Just like that. And we could probably move this one down slightly as well. We'll just try to line it up with maybe this edge here. Okay. And to get the taper, let's go into the side view. We'll go to vertex. grab all the top verts, all 8 of them. Okay, we'll just scale this in a little bit on the X. Alright, just to taper that in slightly. And we don't need to go much. I think that might be even okay right there. Let's just change the color here. Okay, maybe just like that. Right. And you can see this kind of molded around the side here. And just for the sake of time, I'm not going to actually try to fit this perfectly to the outside of the barrel. I'll just cut it off enough that it'll clear this hole here, okay? And just in case at some point you wanted to actually model the interior part of this, the tubes for the rockets, you wouldn't have this box sticking right through the cylinder that would have to go in there. Okay, so we'll just cut it around. Right, so let's go into cut. Let's see, let's first go into the left view. Let's go into edge. Okay, we'll just select an edge on the front and do a ring and a connect, and we'll do that also with one segment, no pinch, no slide. Okay, then we'll just select the left side verts here and delete them for now. Okay, there's really no reason to have to cut this twice. Okay, let's go into the front view here, and I think we might have to change that to the back. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we'll just change this to the back view. Alright, and let's go down to cut, and I think we'll just maybe just cut slightly inside the barrel. Okay, so I'm just going to try to follow kind of the concave of the side there, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, we'll just bring it up here to the punch in, where you can see that here goes in. We'll bring this over a bit. Okay, and then we'll go up to the top. Okay, we just don't want to have it sticking through. Okay, let's go into polygon, and we'll just select these polys here. Okay, let's just delete those. Right, then we'll go into vertex. Let's just grab the top verts here. Okay, and I think we'll just push these in a bit, just underneath the grill piece there, right? Just so it's tucked in. Okay. And that's a little bit of a mess, but it really shouldn't matter for this. Okay, so I think that's all we need in there. Let's go back into the left view here, get out of vertex. Let's just do a mirror. Okay, we'll do another copy on the X, and OK. Then we'll go to attach, and we'll just attach both sides together. And then we'll go to vertex, select the center seam, and then we'll just hit weld. Okay. And just make sure you have 6 verts after you do the weld, or half of what you started with. Okay. So let's see. Let's go into isolation mode, Alt Q, and let's just chamfer a few of these edges down. Okay. Let's select this edge here, and we'll do a loop on that. Okay, and let's do a chamfer. We'll take this way down. Let's do maybe 0.5 on that, and we'll hit apply, and then we'll bring it down a little bit more. Do 0.25 or so on the second one, just so we have a little bit of a smooth rollover here. Okay, so we're okay to that. Grab this one up here, do a loop, another chamfer. Let's bring this down a little bit, do it pretty tight. Let's do maybe 0.1 on that one, just so it's pretty sharp. And okay. And let's see, let's select this one here, loop that, just so we have these 2 edges selected. Let's do another chamfer. Let's take that up a little bit. Let's do maybe 0.2 on that one, and okay. And let's see, let's go down the bottom here, we'll do this one as well. Chamfer that down, and we'll do that 0.2. Okay. Now let's select all of the edges. Make sure you have ignore backfacing turned off. Okay. And in the left or the back view here, I'm just going to hold down Alt and just deselect all the inside edges. Okay. Just like that. And we'll do the same thing in the front. Okay. Or the right, sorry. Let's deselect all the center edges. We don't really need to have these top ones selected either. Okay. Let me undo that for a sec. Just get the top two. Okay. And let's deselect these ones here as well. Okay. And we'll do the back ones too. So we pretty much just have the two side loops selected all the way from the bottom to the top. Okay. And we'll chamfer this down. We'll do that pretty tight as well. Let's do maybe 0.25 on that. And okay. Alright, we'll turn off edge. Okay, and I think that's probably fine for that piece. So let's change the color to black. Put our gray shader on there. Right, and let's exit isolation mode here. We'll see how this looks. Okay, it's not perfect, but I think that should be fine. You'll never see a lot of it anyways because the leg will be blocking it. Right, so the only time you really notice is if the barrel is rotated up. So that's should be more than good enough. Okay, so let's select our bottom piece here, and we'll just take the name of that. Okay, then we'll select the new piece we just made. Let's just paste the name in there, and we'll just call that something like arm or something. Right. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is maybe put this piece on the side here, as well as this front piece that wraps around. Okay, so we'll do this piece first. Okay, and let's go into the front view again. Let's change that back to front maybe. Okay, and we want this to be right down in here. Right, so let's go into the create panel, grab another box. Okay, we'll just draw one out here, and we'll figure out the size in a second. Okay, let's just position that against both these edges. Okay. Okay, we'll give that a little bit more length. Let's take that up. Okay, and you can see it comes a little bit past our seam here. Okay, so let's do maybe something like that. Let's do 120 on the length, or the height, sorry. Okay, and I don't think it comes out the back. I think it ends in this piece here. Alright, so let's figure out how big of a radius this needs to be. Let's take it up a little bit. Let's try 6 by 6. Let's make it a little bit thicker than that. Let's do maybe 7 by 7. Okay, and we'll just line it back up. Alright, just like that. And let's convert it to editable poly. Okay, I'm just going to check and see where the back of it is here. Let's change this back to left. Okay, and we'll just grab the back verts here. Let's just pull this forward, and we'll just end it just inside this arm piece on the side. Okay, so like that. Okay, and you can see we have a little bit of a tab coming out here that the bolts go on. Right, so let's just pull that out maybe. So we'll go into edge. Let's select an edge here, we'll do a ring and a connect. Okay, we'll slide that a little bit closer to the base. Okay, and this doesn't have to be that thick. Let's do maybe 75 or so on the slide, and okay. Okay, and you can see we have a piece out the back too that connects to this. Let's try pulling that piece out as well. Okay, so select another edge here on the side, do another ring and another connect. Okay, and we'll bring this down the other way. Okay, let's do that about -96 or so, and okay. Let's go into the side view here. I'm just going to move this a little bit closer to the arm. Alright, we'll grab these verts at the end, and we'll just pull those a little bit in. Alright, just like that. and we don't want to pull one out of the top just because it's going to hit this other piece here. So let's go to polygon. Okay, we'll select the poly on the side here as well as these ones on the back. Okay, let's turn off ignore back facing when we do this, or turn on ignore back facing, sorry. Okay, we'll select these ones. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's do an extrude on these. Okay, we'll do this local normal, and let's take this down. Okay, let's do maybe 1.6 on that, and okay. Then we'll just go into the front view here, and we'll go to vertex, turn off ignore back facing, and we'll just straighten these out a little bit. Okay, so let's grab this one here, we'll pull this down. Right, and let's pull it over a little bit. We'll just grab these ones and straighten this edge out. Maybe something like that. Okay. And I'm also going to go in here and just grab the back verts. Okay. And I think we'll just thin this up a little bit. I think that's a little too thick. Okay, so we'll do something like that just so it's pretty thin. Okay, we'll do the same thing here. Grab these ones, pull those back just a bit. Okay, just to make these pieces a little bit thinner. Alright. And then we'll just move it over again in the front view and line it up with the edge. Okay, so just like that. And now let's go into the hierarchy tab. We'll center the pivot point. And let's go into isolation mode with Alt Q. Okay, and I'm just going to change the color to blue to make it a little easier to see. Okay, and the edges are all pretty sharp. Let's just do it maybe all at once. And before we do that, let's go around the back here. Go into polygon, and we'll just select the back polys. Okay. We don't really need any of these ones at the back. And we really don't need these top ones either. Actually, we might leave the top ones just in case you can see over the top in the gap. Okay, so we'll select the back ones and the ones on the side that's inside the arm. Okay, and we'll just delete those. Right, and let's go into edge. Let's maybe select all of the edges. Okay, make sure you turn this off first. Right, and let's deselect a few here. We don't really need these back ones. Select it. Okay. So we'll deselect those. Let's get these ones down here as well. You can deselect this one and this one, as well as maybe these two here. Okay, and let's deselect this one and this one. Okay, so pretty much just the outline. Okay, and we'll try to do a chamfer on this and see how it looks. Okay, we'll take this down pretty tight. Let's do maybe 0.12 on that, and okay. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I think that looks good enough. Okay, so let's change the color. Okay, and we'll exit isolation mode. Okay. Alright, and then we'll start working on this piece here. Okay, so let's do that, and I think the fastest way to do that will be just out of a plane. So let's go into the front view here. Let's go into the crate panel, grab a plane. Let's actually grab a box maybe. Alright, and we'll drag this out. say from here, just inside this side piece we just made. Okay. Okay, we'll just try to even this out a bit. Let's do something like that maybe. And we'll give it a little bit of height. Okay, and then I'm going to go up to the move tool and I'm just going to zero out the Y and X. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Right, and you can see it just is positioned down a little bit from the end. Okay. So let's just move it forward slightly. Maybe about there. Okay. Just around where that seam is on the bottom of our base piece here. Okay. And let's do maybe 1.8 or so for the height. Right, and I think that should line up with everything. Okay, so we'll do 17 on the length, and let's actually do 18 on the length. Okay, and we'll do a width of say 72. Okay, and we'll just leave it at 1 by 1 on the segments. Okay, so let's right click and we'll convert this to editable poly. And let's see. Let's go into polygon. We'll select the front and back polygons. Okay. And we'll just do an inset on those. Okay, and we'll just take this up until it's inside the base piece. Okay, so we'll do something like maybe 5 or so. And okay. Right. And in the front view, let's select these polygons here as well. Okay. And we'll just delete those. Let's turn off ignore back facing and select them and then delete them. Okay, so we just kind of have an outline here. Alright, just like that. Right, now I'm going to go to vertex. I'm going to grab these verts here and these ones. We'll just move these up and straighten out the top edges. Okay, like that. Alright, then let's go in here. We'll select this corner edge here and the one on this side. Okay, just like that. And let's do a loop on those and a chamfer. Okay, and we just want to round the corners out slightly. Alright, let's do maybe 1.3. And let's actually leave it angle like that instead of doing a double chamfer. Okay, so just like that. Right, and I'll give us the illusion that that's actually a piece of metal butted together. Alright, so let's do a chamfer on these edges maybe. Okay, so we'll just select an edge here and an edge on this side and do a loop and chamfer that down. Okay, we want this to be pretty tight as well. Let's do maybe 0.15. Okay. And I think that's good. I don't think we need to do a double. So we'll hit OK. And I think that should be fine for that piece. I don't want to spend too much time tweaking it out. Okay, so we'll change the color. Okay, put that gray shader on there. Okay, we got these three pieces coming out of this part, so let's pull those out. Let's go into edge. Okay, we'll just select an edge on here and do a ring. Okay, let's do a connect, and let's do 3 segments. And okay. And let's go into vertex, and let's just grab the verts on this loop here. We'll go down and we'll just make planar on X just to straighten that out. We'll do the same thing over here with these ones. Okay, then we'll go back into edge. Okay, and those loops should still be selected, so let's chamfer them. Okay, we'll take this up a bit. Let's see, let's do maybe 1.2 and okay. Then I'm just going to select a edge on one of them and do another ring, and we'll do another connect. Okay, let's just do 1 segment. Okay, we'll slide that down. towards the outside. Let's do maybe -65 or so on the slide for that one. Okay, and let's go into polygon. We'll turn on ignore back facing. We'll just select the 3 polys there. Okay, and then we'll extrude them out. Right. Let's come out a bit. Let's do maybe 26 or so on the extrusion for that. And okay. And I think we might have to move our piece back a little bit. You can see there's quite a bit of a gap here. Okay. So let's control click vertex. Right, just so we have the end selected. Let's see. Let's actually go into the top view and let's just actually select them one at a time. Okay, so just all the verts on the end of the first one there. And we'll just scale these in a little bit on the X just to taper them. Okay, and you can see down at the bottom there how much I'm doing it. So I'll do about 50 on the X, and we'll do that for each one. Okay, so just look down here. Okay, and let's go into the left view here. We'll just grab all the bottom verts on the front. Okay, just all the bottom ones. We'll just push these up a little bit on the Z, okay, to give them that taper that we need. Alright, just like that. Let's turn off ignore back facing. We'll go into polygon. Okay, and those end polygons should still be selected, so let's just grow that. Okay, and then we'll control click edge. Right, so we have the edges selected all the way around the outsides of these. And we really don't need the top one selected, so let's just deselect these. And let's deselect the center ones for each piece in the front view. Okay, so just like that. Alright, we'll just knock the corners off a little bit on these as well. Let's take this down a bit. Let's do maybe 0.2 or so on that, and okay. Alright. Let's just slightly move this piece back a little bit on the Y. Okay. Just going to pull it back a little bit just to get a little bit of space here. We don't have as much as we do here, but that's okay. I think we'll just do something like that. It won't be exact to the reference, but it'll still look alright.